Oh my goodness me. Back into the E.
There was a little bit of me going, please be in tune, E chord.
Yeah.
And there's actually the whole thing again.
It was in tune. It was in tune enough to say hello and welcome here to Andertons TV.
Welcome, greetings to another episode of Andertons TV, where today, the subject of our demonstrazione is the new TC Electronic Plethora X5. Times 5?
Oh, well,
X5.
You can't do that, can you? Because that makes time 10.
Anyway, Plethora X5. So, are you familiar with the TC Toneprint concept, Mr. Pete?
Yes, I sure am.
Are you familiar? Because if you're not, Toneprint is a concept, if you like, that TC came up with, 5 years ago, maybe more?
Maybe even longer than that. I would say 10 almost. I don't know.
So you have a pedal, and then in the cloud on the TC website, they invent Toneprint. So you've got, imagine every different kind of digital effect conceivable, and you could tweak and edit and stuff that to create your own, or you could download artist ones or whatever.
Loads of
and then
artist
you
ones.
Pop that into your pedal, and there's your
You would do it with your
effect.
phone via your...
It was crazy.
Do this thing.
So X5, Plethora X5 is just kind of taking that to... sort of putting that technology into something where you've got 5 foot switches at your disposal at any time, and this really cool concept of savable boards, and just a really, really small, compact and easy to use effects device.
With all of the cool TC Electronics pedals in there, all the delays, the chorus, the compressors, the reverbs, and even the mesh switches are now on this board. But we'll get to that, because that was one of the things that I remember getting really sort of excited about, the mesh switches. When you touch them, and the harder you press, the more you get.
It does some weird thing.
And you can set everything via your laptop or your phone, whatever. You can go in there and tweak a leak-a-deek-a-deek.
Right. Give us a strum us a chord, Mr. Pete.
Yes, darling.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is everything off. Okay, so
nice
what we've
and dry.
got, signal chain here is guitar into this drive pedal, which is one of the very cool Seriatone Centuras. This is a purple one that only Pete owns, but it's a clone copy, and if you buy one, you normally get it in silver or gold.
Everything's purpley.
Then we go from here into the Plethora X5, just like you would normal pedalboard.
Mm-hmm.
The signal chain gets a bit weird, because once we're in the X5, the signal change is now going this way, left to right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Any Toneprint can be assigned to any of the any of the sort of blocks, which I'll show you in a minute. But what we've done here is we've elected to have the effects loop. So there's an effects loop on the back here, through which we've got a Dane pedal through our block number 2. So in that opening jam, the first bit was essentially just the clean bit. Then we added the effects loop, which was kicking this in, and then we added the gain. So you could kind of see. And then everything is going into the front, of a pair of amps. So we're using it in stereo, mono in but stereo out. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you want to, you can run this into an effects loop of an amplifier or whatever.
And it's got stereo in as well. It's
for all you keyboard players, or if you've got a pedal that you want to put at the front with a stereo out, you can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I really... The manual that comes with this, I'll show you, is paper thin, and it basically says you've got to go to the internet to read the manual. So, as
which we can't
do in Andertons, we go, okay, let's see what we can work out from here. And it's really, really, really simple.
Really, really, really simple.
So,
like really, 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 really simple.
So I guess the first concept is this idea of a board. So what this isn't is like a multi-effects unit where you press one button and like 5 different effects turn on or off, whatever. It's very much like a traditional pedalboard. So you click, that just turns the compressor on, or whatever you've got in block 1, and that turns whatever you've got on and off in block 3. Easy peasy. But you do have this idea of boards. So you can see as I click through here, you've got whatever you want in terms of your 5 different effects blocks chained up in whatever order you want them, from whatever selection of tone prints you want. This one has got 3 different delays on it. Whew. Now, from what I can see, again, the summary manual wasn't terribly clear on this. There's no way to change that board setting other than from this little switch here. So doesn't look like it's foot switchable unless you go MIDI. Anyway, so we'll go back to board number 1. Dead easy.
Loads of things you can use MIDI.
You could have a different board for every band you're in. You could have a different board for every song you want to play. Whatever.
Oh, you can have that and a couple of overdrive pedals, easy.
Yep. So let's go into just showing you how really simple and easy it is to change an effect or edit something or whatever. So the first thing that you've got to do to go into edit mode is switch that switch. So again, not something that you can, it's not something that you don't hold down and wait for a pedal to go into a mode or something. You just switch edit.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
You've kind of got to remember which block is which pedal, because this is essentially what you'll see. So you can see pedal number 1 was my compressor, pedal number 2 is the effects loop, pedal number 3 is the chorus, delay, reverb.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be. So the first thing I suppose you'll be going is, what if I just want to change what the block does? Well, that's over here. So you just choose.
Oh, so easy. These displays are super duper as well. Is that the,
really nice.
Like super sharp.
I mean, to give you an idea, I don't want to read through everything if there's millions here, but you've got
everything they do
every
is in
TonePrint,
apart from overdrives.
Well, because they're analog, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's all the digital stuff. So chorus, compressor, delay, doubler, flanger, harmony, noise gate, octaver, pitch shifter, reverb, tremolo, vibrato, effects loop. So I said I wouldn't read them all, but
you did. Because it was really
it wasn't
really
that many
easy.
after all. Within each block of effects, if we jump over to this far one, you can see like loads of different tone prints, essentially. So some of these are going to come out the box, and of course you can just jump onto the TC website, make your own, download your favorite guitar player's one,
whack them in there.
So let's literally find a reverb here.
Yeah, that's good.
Here we go.
Is it on now then?
Yeah. Got reverb.
Yeah.
I've got all my different blocks of reverbs that I can change.
Do you have to press that?
Yeah.
Is that a press button?
Yeah.
So you press that to activate
like,
it.
Here we go.
Oh!
And what I like,
That's a bit of a shimmer in there.
Because this freaked me out a bit. I'm going, how do I save that whatever? You don't. You just go back into play mode. It's there. It's remembered it. So, kind of half of me thinks that to make this demo really, because I kind of like told you everything. I did notice when I was in edit mode, there are some global settings here, which I was looking through going, that's interesting. So it's got, where was it? Oh, found here. No, not in that one. Let's
Bluetooth.
go back.
You can hook it up to Bluetooth to your phone. Use the tone prints like that.
I found, here we go, under the global settings as well, there's cabinet simulation, which I thought was kind of cool. All your different types. Do you want it true bypass or buffered bypass? Display settings, all that kind of, change different colors for different. I just thought it was very well thought out. And the other thing that we found, which was going, you know what? I want my reverb and delay the other way round in the chain. Watch this. Delay currently before reverb. No. Now reverb before delay. So I just thought, it's that's so well thought out.
Yeah.
So the other thing with TonePrint that TC brought out, I don't know, within the last year or two, was this concept of mash.
Yeah.
And mash was you'd have the pedal and it would have its normal operation, and the foot switch would just do its normal kind of turn on and off thing. But if you press the pedal and then pressed it hard, it would...
it's pressure sensitive. It's got a little pressure sensitive. It's got a pressure in it.
Yeah, but it would do something else. Now, typically it would be a bit more shoegazery, and here's a good example of what one of the things the delay will do. So this is going to take a normal ping pong delay and then do like a sort of reverse infinite sustain on it. But that's me pushing down quite hard. And then you get a different chord. Possibly not the best demo you'll see on the internet of the mash function, but you get the basic idea.
But that's the whole. So you can all parameters, just to put in, you can any parameter that you can find within the pedal or the effect, you can assign to the mash switch.
Right.
So let's say you want to, like we did here with the delay, so you can do that. Let's say you want some shimmer on your reverb, you can do the shimmer on the reverb. Let's say you want they have a chorus or a vibe going, you want that to be quicker, you can assign that. So anything you can think of, you can assign to the mash.
I mean,
apparently.
One of the things we don't know about this yet, which is a bit annoying, is how much it's going to be.
Yeah, but let's see if I've got an email now.
Yeah, we're literally waiting for text as we speak. So if we go currently, like a typical little TonePrint enabled individual pedal will cost between sort of, I don't know, what, 80 and £100, something like that from TC. So, you know, on the basis that this unit is sub £400 or £500, I guess it's better value than buying the individual ones.
Yeah.
If it's more than that, then I guess there's a question about
let's see.
But who knows? Anyway, there we go. So I think for the play out of the video, because it's not really worth, it's so simple to use.
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
Boards.
I would just do the board, and see what you're inspired to play.
A little bit of board. Tap tremolo. So now you can tap it. There you go.
No, that's just turning it on and off quickly.
No, so you hold it and then you tap it.
Oh goodness me, Peter.
Yeah. I mean, it's so cool.
Next board. Let's see what we got here.
Loads pretty quick as well, doesn't it?
So this has got the noise gate in it. So I'm guessing the idea is you want massive gain here. Sorry. I suspect, actually, isn't your guitar's hum cancelling anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the greatest patch to demo that on, and probably for someone that was a bit more genty, might get a bit more out of that.
Exactly.
Different distortion pedal.
Pitch shifter, what is that?
What have we got here? I would say the only thing I'm going to be, just as I'm getting used to this, just a little bit critical. So none of these knobs do anything whilst it's in play mode, which I guess is good.
But if you kick it or you get the cable around it, you know.
No, I get that, but there's equally what I wanted to do there was I wanted to just turn it down a little bit, and I realised that actually there was like no way of doing it without going into edit. So there's no sense of like a real-time controls or anything when you're not in edit mode. Well, but like you say, at least it means you can't kick an effects pedal. What's next? Okay, so we've got the loop
effects
again here,
yeah,
so we could loop this in.
It sounds great, man. I mean, great sounds in there.
For what it's aimed to be, you know, as in one of the things I think TC have always done indisputably well is the affordable, really great quality digital effects.
Oh, the reverbs and the delays always sounded great. So always, anything they do has always sounded great. At affordable prices. So there you go. I've
never.
Well,
only because I never really thought they nailed a killer drive tone.
No, not anything analog. Well,
yeah, but reverbs, delays, choruses, pitch shifters. That sub and up is great.
Yeah,
really cool.
Absolutely.
Tracking's great.
Yeah.
What else have we? I mean, we've got 18 different boards.
How many?
Here's an interesting one, which I don't. You know, if you really only want 4 effects or 3 or whatever, you know, you can absolutely assign a block to just be empty, like we've got here. So we've got. That's also interesting in that if you don't have an effects loop assigned, it just assumes that you want the effects loop on.
I see.
So
okay.
That's another thing to just be a little bit careful when you're setting that up. I don't think that really matters. Yeah. Well, because I was kind of thinking, I wonder if you have one of those dual layer boards and you could have like your pedals for your effects loop underneath and then this on the top. But actually, given that, you know, unless you're going to have an effects loop bank on every single
well, mind you can have this on the front and then another layer with a couple of overdrive pedals on the top there.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you really need, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's very, very clever.
What have we got here? They're great sounds. Great huge, epic sounds. When you think that we're just plugged into completely dry, completely clean amps, it brings everything to life. It's very cool.
Now, here's a question.
Yes.
Is there a looper in there?
No.
Okay.
that was quick, wasn't it? There's no looper.
That's a shame.
Unless, of course, you know, you never know with TonePrinty kind of things, whether or not at some point in the future they
That's a shame.
add that
if you could assign a looper here and that could be the on-off switch. Or here,
that's
for instance.
That's a shout,
then...
but you know why? Why that's a shout? I wonder why. The looper's never really been part of the TonePrint thing, has it? For them?
No, it's not it's not a TonePrint thing, but why. It's like anything today should really have a looper in it.
Anything. Look, all they've got to do is put ER on the end of that, and it's there.
Yeah, make the EFX.
Get rid of the FX and put ER on the end.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. Look, I mean.
18 boards there.
I guess everything, we get to 18 and then it goes back to number 1. I guess everything on this will hinge on the price. I mean, there's a part of me that goes, what if this is like 200 quid? It's going to be absolutely no-brainer, isn't it? Can't be 200 quid. It's got to be at least 300 quid.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot. I think it's really great.
There we are.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
It's
it's
a cool
tiny. It's 9 volts, 600 milliamps. So to be honest with you, it would even power off a slightly juicier version of a one of these multi-boards.
Yeah, maybe some gig rig stuff or whatever. But you'd have like one overdrive pedal up here on the board, and another one over there. You know, and then there you are. Fanny's your aunt, Bob's your uncle, or whatever you say.
She was always my favourite aunt.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, right, I've been the captain.
And I've been Danish Pete.
And this is the TC Plethora X5.
Sorry, I'm holding a pick.